What's up, my folks? Hope y'all are doing good, staying cool. Sitting out here with Trouble in the cool spot, taking a break. Just got off the phone with old buddy from up north. He's telling me he tried to call me yesterday, but I guess my phone was inside. I was probably cleaning up shit, if you want the truth, dog shit or puppy shit. But it seems like that's all I do anymore. But anyway, he had a scare. He thought his dog might have come down with pyometra. Let's talk a little bit about your females. First of all, let's talk about when they're coming off puppies, because that's where I'm at right now. If you're in a spot with a dog, I'm probably in the same spot with something on my yard too. But what I do now, this is my program. Everyone's got their own little deal they do when they're bringing the females off their pups. First thing I do is I take and get them away from the pups, kennel them or put them on the chain or whatever you need to do, and get them comfortable. Make sure it's clean and comfortable, and then I start them on a cycle of antibiotics. I run for about 5 days. And now the females are probably looking pretty piss poor shape after coming off the pups, probably drained down real bad. That's the time, you want, in your mind, you're really wanting to pump the feed to her to bring her back quick, but give it a few days. Now, she ain't going to starve. She shouldn't be that poor. But give her, don't feed her double feedings or anything like that. Give her one ration of food a day for those days, and kind of dry her up a little bit. You don't want to overfeed her thinking you're doing her a favor, and what you're doing is you're making her continuing to make milk production. So, and you want to get them antibiotics. I mean, if you got to take her to the vet, get you some antibiotics or whatever, and go ahead and get her on a cycle of antibiotics, get all that, so anything that's left inside her, she can fight any infections or whatever. Okay, and that should dry her up. Now, if you have a bitch that's stubborn in the tits, and she start camphor oil. Now, camphor oil is an old trick. Come here, girl. Boy, come here, Trouble. Get out of that box. That's an old trick, to help dry them up and tighten them up too a little bit, and keep them, but keep them clean, keep them comfortable. And then after about 5 days of antibiotics, she should be drying up pretty nice. You can start upping the feed and getting her built back up. Now, as far as pyometra coming on, okay, usually, guys, on a young female, unless that bitch is something wrong with her and she's got an immune problem, or she's not well taken care of or something, she's in bad shape, infections, she's not gonna, first time or two, you really don't got to worry too much about pyometry and stuff like that. It's when they get into older ages, like 4, 5, stuff like that. That's when you really need to start thinking about it. But you need to worry about it now. After she comes out of heat, go ahead and give her a cycle of antibiotics, and that really, because pyometra now, they always want to get the bitch and give her the surgery and all that shit. But if you catch it real early, it can be treated with antibiotics. Don't let them fool you. So, but anyway, don't waste your money on silly things like that, because they're going to make you go, they're going to get that dollar, baby. But anyway, now let's talk about another part of where we're coming into on the yard with young stock. Hunting season's coming up. October's coming. It's around the corner. I know everyone's biting at the bit. They want to have a finished catch dog by the end of this hunting season, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about the pros and cons of starting a dog too early. Okay? Some dogs can do it. Now, I mean, some dogs are set, their jaw structure set in that age, but most ain't. You know what I'm saying? The first con is teeth. You'll knock their teeth out. And that's just a given. Until they're about 17, 18 months old is about the time where the real hot young prospect, you want to let him go ahead and nail a hog hard. You can start letting him run up into them hard. Other than that, you really got a chance of knocking their teeth out. They can go in the mouth of one, or get up on the ear and shake him real hard and shake his damn teeth right out of his mouth. Now, I'm telling you, I've seen them do it. So that's one bad thing. And what's that worth to you? You raise a dog up for a year or so, and then all of a sudden you let him catch a pig his first time he shakes his damn teeth out. I mean, that's a real kick in the nuts. Second is mental. Okay, even if he goes in, 12, 13 months old and does real good, if he takes serious, like if he gets in one, even if he does good, if he takes some serious damage, sometimes that'll come out in the wash, when they get about 17, 18 months old, if they get on another bad hog and they start taking that damage again, or they have to run far, you come around the corner, he's standing in the middle of the road, just standing there looking at the hog, and the hog just walk off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's when it'll come out in the wash on them. I've seen it happen. Now, I used to be bad about it. Now, I was 14 months. That bitch better catch a hog at 14 months or he couldn't stay with me, but as I got older and started dealing with, different type bloodlines and shit, I started realizing, a lot of people are two, and we've had dogs that we kept around that, didn't even have no interest in catching a hog till they got about 3, 4. Even 4. I seen one that didn't even give a shit about it catching nothing, and then 4 years old, the bitch went loco, wanting to catch everything in sight. I mean, even leaves, so it's when it happens. Like him, I'm in the same spot. He's young. Come here. He's about 15 months old, and he wants to catch a hog bad. I mean, he wants to catch anything, and but it's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? He's a well-bred dog, and he's not something that, I've done put a lot of time in with him. He's a good little dog, and I got high hopes for him, but I damn sure ain't gonna be letting him knock his teeth out or let him get in because once it starts, you let him go and catch that hog, that some bitch might get him down and pummel the shit out of him and ruin that puppy, man. You know what I'm saying? They might think they're bad until they get punched in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Or they might go in the mouth of the hog, and then trust me, a 200 pound. That's usually what I try to start my dogs on, something at least 200 pounds. That's a pretty formidable woods hog. I've seen he don't do good on the chain. So I'm using this time, these 15, 16, 17 months. I'm using this time to get this dog in perfect shape. He does good in the kennel. He's all healed up. He don't have no collar rash. He don't have none of them hot spots. His hot spots are all healing up that he had on his side. All that shit's healed up. His hair's growing back. He's looking good. His gums look good. And you guys got to understand the blood count too. You can't take a dog and say, "Oh, he's looking good, let's hunt him," because I wormed him out and got him, made sure he don't have no parasites. He don't have nothing wrong with him, but he couldn't take being on that chain and that sand. It just didn't do him right. It was constantly stressing the dog, and I'm sure that made his white blood cell count off, or his blood count off. So before you even take a dog like this and consider letting him, go out and pummel and hunt for the hunting season, you need to go ahead and have your blood works done. You have full blood work on your dog and make sure everything's good with them, or because you want to make no infections. Like, you want to check their pecker if they got any infection coming out, so you got a little drip. He still ain't right. If they're making too many white blood cells, there's something going on. That's my understanding of it. But let the vet, go to a good vet and have some blood work done on them. But if you've had any problems with him, if he's had anything like, the hot spots or anything like that, you want to make sure you get him right before you even stress him again. Because once you start stressing him, it'll all come out in the wash too. So make sure he's completely healthy. I'm not saying when you want to start him, his first couple times catching hogs, you just want him healthy. You don't want him worked or in keep or nothing to go out and hunt for a couple times. But when you start letting him go out and you're just turning a loose on shit and he's running all night and you're working with him all night, he needs to be in peak shape. You know what I'm saying? But when you're just letting him catch a hog, coming out of a trap here and there, or got one bait up, and you can walk him right in and let him, actually catch that hog and work that hog right there in front of you, and you're right there with him, you can let him work a little harder, and you can actually school your dog on catching and all a lot better that way than just turning him loose and hoping for the best. You know what I'm saying? But if you do him right and you decide you just seen one down the road and you just want to turn him loose and hope for the best, and he's fully mature and he's fully his health's right and everything's good, and you come around the corner and he's got the hog and he's doing good, that's a great feeling. But if you come around the corner and the hog done pummeled his ass up and he's standing in the road looking around, that happens too. It's just part of the game, man. But at least you know that you did everything right. It wasn't nothing you done. You know what I mean? So that's the key. You cut all the variables out of it when you got them in perfect condition, perfect shape, not condition, but perfectly healthy and all. They should give you. You should be able to evaluate your dog clearly. So anyway, folks, y'all take care, and you guys that's got the puppies that want to get them pups from me, y'all need to get with me. Let's start working out some dates, and y'all can come pick your pups up. But anyway, y'all take care, and y'all keep on bulldogging.